welcome to 307 Country. Beautiful morning, a little cooler than I expected for what the weather we've been having. It's been really hot and dry. But yeah, it's actually pretty nice this morning. It's not too hot. Got a cup of coffee here. We're going to go ahead and mill up a log, or some of it anyway. Like the title says, probably, this is about the biggest log you can put on an LT15 and still be able to cut it. And I'll give you some views down the sides and stuff here in a minute. Kind of do a little walk around on this thing. I did cut one side off down here on the bell end. Last winter or this spring early, making some noodles, so I just kind of whacked off one side of it, testing that 365. But anyway, that's the plan. And then I'm also going to kind of show you how to roll one of these beasts, kind of a easier way than, you know, taking it off a mill or without hydraulics or a giant PV. I saw one guy had his cant hook and got it set and put the end of it up on his loader and then lifted with his loader, and it worked for sure. I think with a log this size I'd break my handle on my PV if I did that, but I'll show you an easier way to do it. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this log and we'll get after it. That knot there might have to come off, looks like, I'm guessing. It's checked bad, you know. We'll see what the inside looks like. There's where I cut the bell off. You can see I've got plenty of room height-wise. That's as high as I can go. Looking down the side here, looks like everything will clear. And on this side, yeah, we're gonna have to take those knots off. I'll have to go grab a saw and do a little trim work there. So this log is about 28.5 that way. About 28.5 that way too. And my pith is 14.5 there. This end, height-wise, come on, Tate, cooperate. 35 inches. 35, and my pith is at 20.5. So if I wanted to get that centered, I'd have to bring this end up 6 inches. $35. 34. Now let me see if I want to do that or not. Bring that up 6 inches, I don't know. That's a lot. But if I want the pith to be centered in the cut, that's what I need to do. Alright, let me think on that for a minute, and I'm going to go grab a saw and knock a couple of these knots off, and I'll be back. Alright, well, wound up repositioning it. I rolled it 180 because of that big bell on the end there. I'd have had to lift this end up 6 inches to get my pith the same. With it the way it is right now, I only had to bring it up about 3/4 of an inch here to get my pith the same. And I think it'll clear. we'll see. Get fired up and see what happens. Well, I guess we're taking a break right there. I got diesel spraying all over the place. The petcock on my fuel tank is leaking all of a sudden, like right when I started. So I'll show you here. Yeah, right there. It's like it cracked or something, I don't know. But hopefully the auto parts store has that. If not, I'm gonna back the saw out of here and drop it down where I can work on it. So, all right, see you after a bit. All right, well, couldn't find anything in town, so what I did, the problem was the piece that holds the valve part into the housing, it's like a little metal washer with a couple ears on it for the screws to hold in. It was broke on both sides, so the petcock part was coming out and the O-ring that's in there wasn't seating. So I just took some old baling wire, I cut a little notch in the plastic there with a file, wrapped it around the petcock and tightened her up to hold that in tight. So we'll put her on and see if it works, and in the meantime I'll get a hold of Woodmizer and order me a new one. Alright, well, I got her put back together, so let's see if it works and runs and cuts. it's flat. Looks pretty good. Good cut. So I'm going to go ahead and cut some 1x off of this. Maybe a couple cuts. I'm at 27. Yeah, I'll make a couple cuts. As long as I can squeak by with my blade guide. Well, I might get one more out of it, one more 1-inch piece. Of course, I can resaw some of this stuff too. Just want to show you how close my clearances are. That one, yeah, I might get one more out of that. Right here, that's pretty cool. There's about a 3/16 inch gap there. Okay, so I was going to show you how to roll a log. There's no way I'd roll this with a cant hook, not up against my stops anyway. I could roll it this way, but so you get you a strap, throw it around there. You want to go over the top. So when I pick up on this, so you know which one goes through which one. If I put this one through here, it's not going to cinch up on it. But if I put this loop through, when I pull on this, it's going to make it tighter and it'll roll that log up. And I'm only going to go 90 degrees because I kind of want to have some live edge pieces, maybe. So leave that like that and run a fork through there. So that's how you can roll it. It helps obviously if you have another person, so you can have somebody throw a chalk under it or something like that, because now I'm going to have to move it. But pretty close to straight up and down. We'll get it squared up and moved into place. So, alright, we'll be back once I get it set. it's the next day. Started raining, so I put the camera up and I just kept cutting. This is what we wound up with out of that log. There's about 480 board feet here, so that's today's prices at 16 bucks a board foot, isn't it? 16. Well, that's for finished, 1,600, 1,000, but even at $8 a foot, let's see, $3,800 log. It's not really worth that much, but I suppose if the guy was doing this production wise, it would be quite a bit of lumber out of that. But one cool thing I did get was these big, these live edge slabs. They're about 23 inches wide, a little under 10 feet long, but with the checking, you cut the ends off, get 9 foot out of it. But they're mirrored, so this one was on top of that when I made the cut and I flipped it over, So I'll put that video in here, show what they look like put together. But yeah, nice little jag of lumber. So I'm gonna get busy building a couple projects with it, and we'll have that on upcoming video. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody has a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. 307 out.